Whoever at Sony decided to put the slow-mo button right next to the record button, I have words. Good morning beauties and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Kayla, aka the girl who knots, and today's video is part 1 of a little mini series that I will be doing where I will be creating some custom orders. In today's video, I will be going through the behind the scenes, step-by-step process that I take when it comes to my custom orders, and I will also be bringing you along with me as I create a custom horse that I have been requested to make. I have made custom orders in the past, however, I believe it was kind of before I started YouTube or just after it, so I barely had any footage, and whatever footage I had was so cringy that I couldn't bring myself to put it into a video. Typically they have been a lot of pets, some who have been presents for babies, and some that have sadly passed on, and the owners are wanting to get a plushie in their memory, which is the most special thing that I feel like I could ever do, is make such a special and unique order that brings joy and memory to someone. I feel so blessed and so honored to be trusted with such a special and unique order, and I really appreciate everyone who has ever ordered off me. And yeah, I'm excited to keep creating custom orders. They are a nice, fun and refreshing type of thing compared to repetitively making the same thing over and over again for markets, which I do love doing, don't get me wrong, but it kind of slows down the pace so that you can really put a lot of effort and time into customizing a plushie for someone. The step-by-step process that I take would be completely different to how someone else may take it. This is just how I have kind of figured things out. I will give any tips or tricks that I have sort of figured out on my way through my custom plushie journey. First things first, a person will reach out to me. I will use pets as an example because that's what I am used to making. So someone will reach out and say, hey, can you crochet my pet? I like to get an idea of what the customer is asking for, so I get them to send through some photos, and the breed is usually referred to cats or dogs, I find so far. What I will then do is I usually head to Etsy and I will search that breed of animal crochet pattern. I will have a look at the listings and I will pick usually a top three patterns that I think reference the photos the most in sort of style and have good reviews. Something I have found when doing custom crochet orders is that a lot of the patterns on Etsy, especially for animals, are usually in worsted weight yarn. So something that I like to do, because I always work in plush yarn, is look at the reviews, and sometimes there will be a gem of a person who has crocheted that pattern in plush yarn and has posted a photo about it. So if I like that pattern and everything's a green light, I will actually use that photo as well to send to the customer so that they can get a better idea of what their plushie would look like. Sometimes it could be a bit hard when I'm saying, you know, this is in worsted weight yarn, just imagine it in plush, like a big plushie. It can get a little bit confusing. So if there's a photo of plush yarn, then we screenshot that and we send it straight over. Once I have picked 3 patterns, I will send screenshots to the customer. I will then always sort of describe what I do to be able to create the plushie, just so that the customer gets an idea of sort of my limitations. So I kind of explain what a pattern is, that it is a step-by-step to achieve what's in the photo. It will never look exactly the same. However, if they are wanting to change the shape of things, I personally don't do that. I am happy to change you know, if something wants to be longer, like a longer tail or longer paws or shorter paws, I'm happy to do that. When it comes to markings or changing of colors or different colors that the pet shows but the pattern does not, if it is a straight color, like a stripe or even just a little bit of a color gradient, I will usually crochet that in. When it comes to spots, I have tried to freehand crochet color changes to make a spot, but it has proven so difficult. If there is a spot or a different unique shape, I will usually make the base color the whole color of the animal, like obviously to the pet. Yep. And then when it comes to spots or unique little markings or little spotting in a coat, I will then take that color through on a darning needle and just make those shapes as needed. This is something that I will also mention to the customer, just so once again they know what to expect. Once the customer has picked a pattern and they are happy with it, I will then say, yep, all good to go. Here is my pricing. Now, pricing, I think, is such a personal thing. You can charge as much as you want, you can charge as little as you want. I recommend not charging yourself as little as you want. Sorry, there is a baby. Hi, baby. I would just like people to get paid for their work. I have definitely undercut myself in the past. I think it is a part of learning pricing because, like I said, it's very personable. Things that I like to take into consideration when it comes to pricing is, for one, the price of the pattern that you are buying. Two, some patterns will say how much yarn they use, but I feel like the more you get used to it, you can kind of gauge how much you will be using. So taking into consideration your materials cost, I like to guesstimate how long I think the plushie will take to make, and I don't even do a full $20 an hour. I probably do a bit less than that. Probably shame on me, but I don't know, when it comes to custom orders, I know that a lot of people do charge higher because it is a custom plushie, but I think because so many have been of animals that have passed on, I just feel so blessed and so honored to be able to create that I don't want it to be such an extravagant amount that those owners can't afford having something so special to them in their lives. Most of my custom orders I have done from 80 Australian dollars to about 100 Australian dollars. That also depends on the size that the plushie is going to come out to. I will always send through how much the plushie is going to cost, plus postage, and always get a $50 deposit or deposit of some sort. Get them to pay in full if you are confident that you are happy with that amount. Not only is the deposit a security for you, but it also helps pay for the pattern and materials before you start. Hold on, they're literally both sitting there staring at me, and now two galahs have joined them, so hold that thought.
What doing? What are doing? Pretty cute.
Where was I up to? Another thing that is useful to add when sending through how much something is going to cost is a time frame of how long it is going to take you to start the plushie, to finishing the plushie, and then sending it out if you are posting it to the customer. I feel like a customer is always happier to get their package sooner than get it extended out longer, if you know what I mean. Also, when it comes to coloring, I like to get about 3 colors that will look like, you know, a shade of brown on the photo or a shade of white. And I will take a photo of those 3 in the sun, and I will take a photo of those 3 in the shade. And I will say to them, hey, these are the colors I am thinking for the main body, we'll say. Which one do you think is closest? I just feel like it gives the customer another sort of control or a little bit of reassurance that the plushie is going to turn out the way that they are hoping it will. This also just negates any confusion that you might have about a color, and yeah, I think it's just a really good idea so that everyone's on the same page. Once that is done, then you make the plushie, you send them a photo, ask if they're happy. If they're happy, then I will get the remainder that is owing for the plushie from them and send the plushie on their way once it is paid for. Hopefully all of that made sense. I'm sorry if I drug that out for a long time, but let's get to this horse that I am crocheting for an order. This horse is for a family member of mine that has already had me create another pet horse of theirs in the past. I'll insert a photo because I have no footage of it whatsoever. She is ordering another horse from me. This horse is a beautiful dark brown color and has quite a few distinguishable markings on them. I sent through a few different colors of brown. Brown, I find, is so hard to have a neutral or a not red undertone. And then any brown that has a neutral undertone is too dark. So would love an in between. That would be great because that's exactly what I needed for this order. However, she chose a color and we moved forward because this is obviously after I did this because I had to refilm the intro so many times. I will now cut to me showing you what I had made for the horse so far.
My baby, I miss you too many nights. I miss your colorful eyes. I think I love you too much. I miss your blueberry eyes. Fine, fine. I play the memories over. Just tell me my mind. I'm trying to keep it in sober. Oh, simple minds. I guess we'll take it one by one, baby, one by one. Just different kinds. We'll try to take it one by one, baby, one by one. I keep stepping off all times I'm laughing over. I keep wanting you too long. I keep tripping on myself, thinking you're my lover. I've been way too long. Honestly, baby, I can't tell you why we can't be standing by each other's side. I wanna know my true feelings inside. Give me some time. We'll bring it in a simple minds. I guess we'll take it one by one, baby, one by one. Just different kinds. We'll try to take it one by one, baby.
Look how cute the little legs are.
Simple minds. I guess we'll take it one by one, baby, one by one. Just different kinds. We'll try to take it one by one, baby.
Alrighty guys, the horse is all finished and look how cute. I love it so much, it can't even fit on frame. How cute is it? My favorite thing about this pattern is adding the mane and the tail. I don't know why, it's just so fun. So fun to do and it gives him like a little bit of hair. In the photo, I noticed that the horse's back right leg had a bit more white just above the hoof than the left one. So I added an extra round of white onto that one. And I think I did 3 rounds there and 2 rounds there. And then these little spots on their arms, I just sewed on with white yarn and a darning needle to make little spots. Aren't they cute? Once again in the photo, this one was bigger than this one. And then I did the same for the horse's sort of spot on the front of their head. It was sort of a star-like shape, but not really pointy. I couldn't see any eye color in the photos, so I just used some black safety eyes and then just gave the little white detailing, which I think is super cute, and the little nostrils. So cute, and it has just turned out so adorable. I feel like Compared to the one that I made for her last time, the white one, this one is so much bigger and I have no idea what I did differently. I feel like surely I didn't use a different hook size. I used a 5 for this horse with Honey Bunny yarn, and I made the other horse before I changed to a 5.5, so I made this one a 5 so it would match the other one, but for some reason I'm so convinced that this one is so much bigger. I couldn't recommend the pattern enough. So easy to follow and it just gives you the cutest little outcome. Oh, it's just so cute, so darling. I'm so excited to give it to her. I sent her a photo and she's absolutely stoked with it. And on that note, this is where I'm going to leave today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you guys join me in next video where I will be creating 2 puppy orders for a couple of friends. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day or night wherever you are in this wide world, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.